Yahuwah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, the water, Abba Abba, Kal Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the beloved elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach us truth, 100% truth, according to the Bible. The title of this lesson today, this morning, would be Our Hell, Their Heaven. And anytime Esau Edom is living in his heaven, it's going to be our hell, man. That means somebody's going to have to suffer for this man to have his heaven. And it's going to be vice versa. Once we come into power, our heaven is going to be their hell, man. I'm going to give a couple of examples of why this is our hell, man. And this the Bible talks about when it's dealing with, being in hell. Sex will be blessed instead of a curse. Because right now, having sex, man, it can almost be because of the diseases that's out here on this land, because of infidelity, because of degeneracy, because of things that's done unrighteously. That's why you have a lot of these type of diseases that's out here. A lot of these diseases come from sleeping with animals and all type of abominable acts, sodomy. All these things bring about these diseases that we're dealing with today. So right now, just having sex, man, a pleasure that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has gifted us, can be a death sentence. So sex will no longer be a curse to us, going out here getting a woman pregnant, and then her taking your seed and using it against you, taking you against the court of law and putting you on unlawful act called child support. You will have in our heaven, you will have authority over your kids. Your children will be an asset to your legacy. Vice versa in this society, man, you have no control over your kids, man. Let you try to correct your kids against those pronouns in certain states, man, they'll have you locked up or have your child taken from you. In our heaven, man, we will finally get some rest. We will get the respect that we're due, We will have our families intact, and nations and these other heathen nations, man, they're going to pay tribute to us. Shalaki. These other nations are going to have to pay Shalaki. These other nations are going to have to pay tributary to us, man. And we will finally get some rest. No more being overtaxed to death. Because, in the society, they tax you, I think, damn near 60% of your income. It starts off with 30 and 40%. And then, they tax you, they double and triple and quadruple tax you, They tax your income when you first get it. They tax you when you put it in the bank. They tax you when you go out and make any transactions. They tax you on the items and things that you pay for. You're going to be able to get proper food and water, man. No more contaminated food, bioengineered food, what they call labeled as food, but we know it's not being food, man. Things that's going to destroy your body. No more working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet, And then you find a lot of jakes, man, in society having to work extra jobs, work extra overtime hours in order to either make ends meet or just to put a little bit of money to save for that rainy day. Another thing we're going to be able to get, we're going to be able to spend quality time with our families. Most jakes now, you're lucky to even see your family if even to be in the same state as your family. You know, you have kids all over because the women, you know, they want you, they can take the kids and they can bounce. You know, that's how it is in the society, and they be rewarded for it. So first precept is going to be St. Matthew's chapter 11, verse 28. We're going to read on down through 30. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and lean on me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So once we take on the truth and follow after the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man, he's going to do the heavy lifting for us, man. He's going to lift those burdens off our shoulders. And not to say that you're not going to go through and deal with certain things, you know. Of course, we're still in this world, but he's going to make sure that, you know, your path is clear, you know. He's not going to allow you to be overrun. As you see, a lot of our Israelite people, man, they've been overburdened, man, and they totally broken from the system. We're going to go to the prophet Isaiah chapter 14, verse 5. We're going to read on down through 8. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at the trees and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Because not only we are in distress during these times and being oppressed, but also the whole earth, man. Even the animals and the plants and the trees, everything is under distress up under this man's rulership. And so, you know, we look for our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to come back to give us some rest, man. Because right now, this man has the whole world in a chokehold, man. And he's not going to let up because he don't want to give up his rulership in this society, in this world. Also in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3, and we're going to read on down through 8. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall give thee rest, and from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Because we've been through a hard bondage, man. And, you know, it started when chattel slavery, you know, and when it came over here, and what it did to the northern tribes, you know, and until now, you know, you still, it's not as severe as it was back then, but now they oppress you with the wages and things of that nature, man, and with the food and all these other things they put you in bondage and servitude above under. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? Because he's definitely the oppressor, man. This government is our oppressor. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger and persecuted, and none hindereth. So he didn't let off, man. He didn't give us any break. He's not going to give you niggas reparations, none of that shit. He's not going to ease up off you, man. Even all these times, you know, talking about 60 years of niggas broke voting Democrat. Either side, man, they're not going to give you jack, man. The only thing they're going to do is continue to oppress you further. And that's why they bring the other nations over here to further suppress you jakes, man. You so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And sometimes they're going to use our own people to do it. And first of all, a lot of the northern kingdoms coming over here from these Caribbean islands, they wouldn't be coming up here if it wasn't, we didn't have our hand over there destroying their country and their economy, you know. So, you know, look at what they've done to Haiti and Venezuela and all these other countries down there, man. And they really oppressed those countries and those people. Now they fleeing up here and they using them to create a division amongst our people. And not only that, they bring, in that same time, they slipping these other nations in here as well. So we have to be very mindful of that, man. We have to watch the play, you know. It's like you take two separate ant colonies and you put them into a bottle and you shake that bottle up, you know, the ants going to fight each other because, you know, they're not the one that's shaking the bottle, but they can't get to the one that's shaking the bottle, so they're going to fight each other. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger and persecuted and none hindereth. Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. Verse 8, yea, the fir trees rejoice at the trees of the cedars of the Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And right now, who is ruling the whole earth, man? Esau Edom. He's had the whole world right now and under oppressed. All these other nations are under oppressed. Even he's got his own people right now oppressed. So he don't give a damn, man. We talking about these oligarchs, these banking families. Those are the ones that rule the earth, man. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. Now he's talking about Alexander the Great when he conquered the whole, you know, the world at that time, the known world at that time. You know, when he passed, you know, I think he died at the age of 33, his 4 generals put crowns upon their heads. And so did his sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied upon the earth. Let me read that again. And after his death, talking about Alexander the Great, they all put crowns upon themselves, and so did their sons, and after them many years, and evils were multiplied on the earth. Because at that time, Esau came in rulership, and he became rulers over the whole earth. And evils were multiplied on the earth, man. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 7 and 8. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul with day to day with their unlawful deeds. And us, you know, in this day and time, we're bearing witness to all these abominable things that's going on, man, that we have to be in the midst of. You know, you try to watch a TV show, you watch commercials, and all they're doing is advertising abominable acts. You know, they promoting this LGBT, alphabet communities agendas all over the place. You know, they going out there attacking your kids with this agendas. You know, you're watching our women being flaunting her bodies when you go into stores, and you know, you just see these things. It's just, we're vexed, man. You see how our people have been conditioned to be and how they are in these times, man. And that shit is very vexing. And so we cry out to the Lord, man, to deliver us out of here. The book of Psalms, chapter 97, verse 10. Ye that love the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, hate evil. He preserved the souls of his saints. He delivered them out of the hand of the wicked. So we look for that deliverance, man, to be delivered up out of here, man. Delivered out of this hellhole, mainly here in Babylon the Great. Revelations chapter 19, verse 1 and 2. And after these things I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Elahiyah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our God, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. For true and righteous are his judgments, for he hath judged a great whore. And who's that great whore? It's here in America, Babylon the Great, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. And so, you know, no matter what Esau Edom do to try to offset these prophecies, nothing he's going to be able to do, man. The Lord has already written it. You know, it's already been written out how it's going to turn out, man. So we just have to wait on the Lord, man, our deliverer, to come gather us up out of here. And with that being said, man, we look for our new heaven to come. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. I pray this lesson is edifying. With that, say shalom.